Alright, this will probably be one of the most important videos I make, considering, I've been putting it off. I meant to do it on April 2nd and crack a joke for April 1st. You know, April Fools! Okay. I went to check my mail, or did I check my mail too? Yeah, I checked my mail on my way in, but, I went out front to either meet Uber Eats or, okay, that's where the dollar bill was. Anyways, I found a page of a book laying out in the front, area. And I really don't fucking give a fuck how ghetto I am being right now. Because, well, it's called being humbled. Anyway, I went to go get fucking something from out front, and I found this fucking page. I'm going to guess, it was the last page, considering, anyways, go on. What's it say? Hildy nudged her. Hildy. Okay. See, my reading ain't so good right now, too. I was just giving somebody else shit in my head for how they were reading, but I'm trying to do it through the camera, so I'm moving. So, okay, go on. What's it say? Hildy nudged her. Belinda unfolded the paper, smiling at her own foolishness. And then, okay. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Oh, shit. I gotta get used to this if I want to read books and to not interject, so I'll just keep recording instead of fucking redoing it. But, anyways. I have read this before, but it was, over a month ago. I said I found it on April. And even the chick I was kind of walking in with, I was like, I looked at it, started reading it, and I was like, oh shit, fools, isn't it? And she's like, yeah, that's weird. Anyway, go on, what's it say? Hildy nudged her. Belinda unfolded the paper, smiling at her own foolishness. And then the smile froze on her lips. What is it? Hildy was watching her, and suddenly none of it was funny anymore. It's a page from a calendar. April. Belinda let the paper flutter from her fingers. Oh, God. Frank snatched up the page as Belinda sagged back in her chair. What is that, Frank? She asked tonelessly. He stared at her, not answering, his face suddenly unsure. That mark, Frank. That mark on the 1st of April. Frank, what is that? And his mouth moved, but nothing came out. And Belinda shut her eyes and said it again. That circle around April Fool's Day, Frank. April Fool's Day. It couldn't be. Frank said quietly, it looks like dried blood. And now I remember because I came in to grab the $2 bill out of this book so I could pay for my delivery. By the way, how you like my... This is what I asked for Christmas 2 years ago. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. Whoa. Anyways, I came in to get the $2 bill that a friend gave me, and I put it in a page. And I almost shit because I do this random thing, which I've had my friends start doing. And sometimes I'll just stick something in the book and come back to it later. But anyways, I think it's the piece of plastic sticking out. It's something I meant to take out after I fucking read that page that I found Anyway, I kind of forgot. Okay. Oh, yep, there it is, because the stamps. Stamped it. Stamped it, but didn't stamp it. And then my eyes directly went to spreading that virus, Hero says. Mothers with AIDS can spread the disease to their baby by breastfeeding them, but this is the Akkadian version, right? Yes, sir. I want to hear some Sumerian stuff, even if it is untranslatable. Would you like to hear how Assyrian made Enki sick? Sure. How this story is translated depends on how it is interpreted. See, some see it as a fall from paradise story. Some see it as a battle between male and female or water and earth. Some see it as fertility, allegory. 9/11. Pieces of shit. You're all fucking so done. The reading is based on the interpretations of Bent Ulster. Duly noted. To summarize, Enki and Ninhursag, who is Asherah, although in this story she also bears other and I didn't finish reading it. I stopped at a certain point because I was going to come back to it. Holy fuck. Now I'm about fucking having a heart attack because this is tripping me the fuck out. Other epithets live in a place called Dilmun. Dilmun is pure, clean, and bright. There is no sickness. People do not grow old. Predatory animals do not hunt. But there is no water. So Ninhursag pleads with Enki, who is a sort of water god, water bearer, to bring water to Dilmun. He does so by masturbating among the reeds of the ditches and letting flow his life, giving semen the water of the heart. It is called at the same time. He pronounces a namshub, forbidding anyone to enter this area. He does not want anyone to come near his semen. Why not? The myth does not say. Then Hero says, he must have thought it was valuable or dangerous or both. Dilmun is now better than it was before. The fields produce abundant crops and so on. Excuse me, but how did Sumerian agriculture work? Did they use a lot of irrigation? They were entirely dependent upon it. So Enki was responsible, according to this myth, for irrigating the fields with his water of the heart. Enki was the water god, yes. Okay, go on. But Ninhursag, Asherah, violates the decree and takes Enki's semen and impregnates herself. After 9 days, the pregnancy, she gives birth painlessly to a daughter, Ninmu. Ninmu walks on the riverbank. Enki sees her and becomes inflamed, goes across the river and has sex with her. With his own daughter? Yes. She has seen another daughter 9 days later named Ninkura, and the pattern is repeated. Enki has sex with Ninkura, yes, and she has a daughter named Atu. Now by this time has apparently recognized the pattern in Enki's behavior, and so she advises Atu to stay in her house, predicting that bearing gifts and try to seduce her. Fucking love bombing. Does he? Enki once again fills the ditches with the waters of the heart, which makes things grow. The gardener rejoices and embraces Enki. Who is the gardener? Just some character in the story. The librarian says. He provides Enki with grapes and other gifts. Enki disguises himself as the gardener and goes into Udo and seduces, but this time manages to obtain semen from Udo's. My God, talk about your mother-in-law from hell. Oh my God. Then it spreads the semen on the ground and it causes 8 plants to sprout up. Does Enki have sex with the plants then? No, he eats them. In some sense, he learns their secrets by... I want to be sick now. I want to be so fucking sick now. So here we have... Nothing is accidental. So here we have our Adam and Eve motif. Ninhursag curses Enki, saying, "Until thou art dead, I shall not look upon thee with the eye of life." Then she disappears, and Enki... That's Adam and Lilith. That is not Adam and Eve. That is Adam and Lilith. His original fucking bastards, you... Oh no, I'm crying in my book. Then she disappears and Enki becomes very ill. 8 of his organs become sick, 1 for each of the plants. Finally, Ninhursag persuaded to come back. She gives birth to 8 deities, 1 for each part of Enki's body that is sick, and Enki is healed. These deities are the pantheon of Dilmun, i.e., the act breaks the cycle of incest and creates a new race of male-female gods that can reproduce normally. I'm begging to see what Lagos meant about the febrile 2-year-old. Oh my god, the nastiest human I've ever met. Elster interprets the myth as an exposition of logical problem, supposing that originally there was nothing but one creator. How could ordinary binary, because we're in a binary system, folks, central sun, binary sexual relations come into being? Ah, there's that word, binary again. You may remember an unexplored fork earlier in our conversation that would have brought us to the same place by another route. This myth can be compared to the Sumerian creation myth, in which heaven and earth are united to begin with, but the world is not really created until the two are separated. Most creation myths begin with a paradoxical unity of everything, evaluated either as chaos or paradise. And the world as we know it does not really come into being until this is changed. I should point out here that Enki's original name was Enkur, Lord of Kur. Kur was a primeval ocean, chaos. And now we get into Tiamat, Marduk.